you look at someone like Connor Brogdon, and we all remember 2022 World Series in 4 scoreless innings, strikes out 7.
That guy's gone.
And but I'm saying in the sense
got Monstar sucked.
Right. Yes, exactly.
They
so
took his powers.
That in itself is also the reality of, we're not talking about a guy that just got brought up this year for the first time. You've seen him in bigger moments than a, April 1st, Game 4 of the regular season. You've seen him in way bigger moments, and he actually did well and performed back in 2022. Obviously, in his first 2 appearances prior to last night, allowed 3 runs, 3 walks in 1 1/3 innings, and then of course there was just last night giving up a grand slam. He was awful, but who would have thought he would have had that big of a fall from 2022 to now? And I know, Tyler, you actually have some stats and numbers on Brogdon, looking back at where he was a couple of years ago. I don't know if you...
Yeah. If I can find them, because I have them.
Last night.
They're here somewhere.
Well, he can't throw strikes. That's a problem. And he's lost velocity. I mean, he used to be a guy that was hitting 95, 96, and now he's down at 93, 94, and he's not throwing strikes. And there it is. On the left is 2022 Connor Brogdon.
2021.
Or 2021, excuse me. And on the right is...
22.
Yeah,
those numbers are good too.
And into 23.
I can't even see
No. Those are just 22 stats. The left is 21, the right is 22.
Explain this to the
I thought
people.
he was good. I thought he was okay in 22.
He was. These are good numbers. If you look at the bar, it's just incomplete because he didn't qualify. But what I'm saying is, if you look at all of the bars, I mean, the only thing that really dipped was his fastball velocity, and it only went down 0.9 of a mile. It just so happens that guys also started throwing harder. He was throwing 96 and 21, and he was in the 87th percentile. He goes down to 95. He's down to the 71st percentile. But if you look at it, like, his expected ERA was at a 3.1. That's good. Expected batting average was at a 2.25. That's good. Exit velocity was low still at an 87. That's good. Chase rate was way up. And I think that's the problem, is guys aren't chasing his changeup anymore because he isn't throwing enough strikes early in the count. And when you're not throwing enough strikes early in the count, guys aren't going to chase the soft stuff down and away. It's why Sanchez was so effective last night, was because he was getting ahead early in the counts and staying ahead and putting these guys away with the breaking ball and with the changeup. But the numbers here for Brogdon over that 21 and 22 stretch are really quite good. I genuinely don't know what happened to this guy and where he went. But these 2 years, even though it's incomplete in 2022, because I don't think he qualified for a large majority of these stats, even into the playoffs, Connor Brogdon was quite good. Yeah. I don't know what happened to this guy. It baffles my mind to try to find out what happened to this guy.
I watched the post game last night, and I don't have any anger for Connor Brogdon. I'm not going to sit up here fire and brimstone and say this guy sucks and all that. I watched a guy's major league career likely end last night.
Yeah.
And then I watched him stand up there very commendably in front of the media, and he took his lashes. And Matt Gelb had a piece out this morning where he made the team and he didn't even feel like he deserved it. Like, the guy's going through it right now. He's probably going to be DFA'd today.
Yeah.
You're probably not going to see him anymore. I would imagine somebody might take a shot on him because of what Tyler just showed. But there's a good chance he also clears waivers, and maybe he goes down to Lehigh, and maybe he stays in the organization, to be determined there. But apparently the reports are Fold and Dombrowski took the elevator down to Rob's office last night. I don't know what there is to discuss at this point. But I kind of had a bleeding heart for Connor Brogdon last night.
No, I mean, you just watched in 37 pitches his career crumble, and it is on the human side, it's sad to see. But his problems that he needs to fix just doesn't have to happen in game right now. If he, put him.
Well, that's where I go back to the front office, because you shouldn't have been an injury or two away from